We have here a brand new Specialized S-Works Tarmac SL8 in a size 52, weighing at 6.79 kgs and in pounds, 15 pounds, 1 ounces. That is with pedals, cages, garment mount, rear mount. And this bicycle defeats all stereotypes of bicycles. Stay tuned to after video where you're free buy sound test on that bicycle right there. Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video. And today I have for you guys the If Money Was Not an Option Tarmac SL8 build. Today we have their brand new colorway of their all white with the gold shimmer to it, and the logos on there are a matte S-Works in black. And this is a custom build up with a bunch of unique parts on here and some boutique parts. And I will get this out of the way already. The customer is aware of his crank, and he already has a THM crank on order to go ahead and make this thing lighter, because as you guys saw, it weighs right at 6.79 kilos with the pedals, cages, mounts on there as well. But he wants to go ahead and make it lighter, so we have the new crank come in, the THM cranks, and also a new handlebar as well by Dorimo to match the Seatpost, which we'll talk about in just a second too. But this is basically, like I mentioned before, if money was no option for a Tarmac SL8 build. I think this build right here, as is, probably sits in right around 15.5, 16. Absolutely gorgeous bike. I love this new colorway of the gloss white with the matte black S-Works on there. Very clean, very subtle, but just looks elegant. It looks pro. And then we have on here all these little boutique touches. So we'll go over everything from the bottle cages to the wheels to the tires being limited edition. Everything on there that the customer chose to do. But the build on here came out exquisite. Absolutely gorgeous on there. And I think it came out really, really nice. So starting off over here, let's go to the handlebar situation. We have on here the Referral cockpit on here. This is a 38 by 90 setup for the stem. And we have about one big spacer removed from the stack here to be a little bit more comfortable. And for the tape, we have on here Berg tape. That is their designer brand style tape, which is kind of like their Louis Vuitton tape. But it goes ahead and matches the theme of the bike, the white frame with the gold accents on there, which matches really, really well. We have on here, included with the weight of the bicycle, the Referral mount with the light installed underneath as well. So that is a pretty lightweight for that mount. You could definitely get other mounts on there as well. And then, like I mentioned before, this is that brand new white color that kind of has that gold shimmer to it, which looks really, really good. For the wheels on here, these are the brand new Princeton Peaks 4550 Evolution. These are the brand new models that just came out, and they're with the Tactic hub on here. So it's their new rim wave, and the Tactic hub is stupid crazy light, and they have bladed safety spokes on here. They're set up tubeless right now, but this wheel set as a pair weighs 1,285 grams for the set. This is the reason for those wheels. You guys will probably sit there and say, well, if money was no option, why not do lightweight wheels? Why not do other wheels out there that are more money? These wheels are expensive, yes, but he did it for the weight reason, because he wants this to be a crazy lightweight build, which we'll get to later on. But 1,285 gram wheels for the set is unheard of at this kind of depth, especially for mainstream cycling. So they also have the new internal rim width on there, 21.5 for the internal rim width, so it's very, very nice. I did mention we do have them set up in tubeless, and they are ran with orange seal fluid inside there as well. I told him he can go a little bit lighter with tubes, tires, and TPUs, but he wants the reliability of tubeless on there. For the tires on here, we have the Vittoria Corsa Pro in the Celebration Edition in the gold color. There's only, I think, 3,000 pairs of these tires made. This is in the 700 by 28C configuration for the tires and a TLR. The main difference is that the sidewall is not that regular nude color. This is like a more gold hue to match the chain and to match the kind of hue the gold gives off on the white bike. So this is like their celebration color. Because of the fact that the Corsa Pro did do really well last year in the Pro Peloton, it won a lot of stages, and the tire it's great. It's one of the nicest tires out there. If you're looking for a new tire out there, definitely consider giving them a go. I will say this though, they're known to be a little bit on the more puncture side, even though I haven't had as much of them. I sell a lot of them. I see a lot of punctures on them, so keep that in mind. It's a performance tire. You're getting what you pay for in that matter. That it's a great rolling tire, but it can get a little bit more flats than normal. Going over to the other side here, again, if money was no option, we have on here the carbon tie rotors, 160 in the front, 140 in the rear. The Pagazza rotors. These are one of the lightest rotors out there on the market, with the kind of bring that kind of drawing that attention to money on here, which is definitely a looker. And then also for the front here, we have the proprietary front disc brake mount for a 160. If we could here, the Tarmac SL8 can only take a 160 up front, which I mentioned before in my videos, but We see a lot of Florida builds down here have 140, 140. That will lighten up the build, but a 160, 140. One of the lightest rotors you can get out there was still drawing in that kind of that rich factor on there, which is always nice to have that look you're kind of going with. Going down to the front, again, like I mentioned, these logos are matte on here. So if you guys are looking to buy one of these, they're really hard to find right now, but this is the new white color that just launched with the red color, which looks really beautiful. Bottom bracket on here is a threaded BSA ceramic speed BB. It is their coated version as well, again, the nicer version. And then for the pedals on here, we have the Keo Blade ceramic, but we are doing the titanium axle. As soon as I get those back in stock, we're gonna have those on here as well. For the crank on here, it's a Dura-Ace 165 crank arm with the Stages dual-sided power meter. Again, I already mentioned, he already has a THM crank on order, but I guess right now they're like 40 weeks out or some crazy thing like that. If you want to order a 165 power meter, so you're gonna free up a lot of weight. I think it's like 180 to 200 grams difference of weight that will save up for that crank. Actually, I don't know, maybe more with the power meter. I don't know exactly, but a good amount of weight will be there. We're gonna keep the carbon tie chain rings on there. It's a 5236 chain ring on there. Carbon tie chain rings definitely look really, really nice, but also are very, very light. And then on there, we have a K-edge mount for a chain drop and also the front derailleur on there as well. You guys saw the video where I just did on my bicycle where it was pretty lightweight. It was like 6.4 kilos. Keep in mind, this bicycle right here is a double chain ring, Dura-Ace crank. It's very lightweight for what this bicycle is, which is really, really nice. The cages on here are a crazy, crazy lightweight Altitude carbon fiber cage. These are very, very boutique brand. Let me see if I can get these on here. I don't know if they'll actually show, but they're so thin, but crazy lightweight. Carbon fiber weave on there. They look beautiful. Definitely a nice accent piece for a water bottle cage on there. Oh, you have that little lip that's going to go ahead and hold the water bottle in there, but very, very nice. And they have a nice grip on the bottle as well. I don't know exactly how much these cages are, but the customer bought himself. Definitely nice. I have a mount by them, by Altitude, so really, really cool cages. The S-Works frames are a 12R carbon, and the 12R is going to be listed at, they said that a specialized S-Works Tarmac SL8 is going to be 680 grams lightweight for the frame. Keep in mind, the gloss color frames are always going to be a little bit heavier on there. For the chain on here, it is a gold chain. I think this chain is a brand that I don't know of. I think it's a Chinese chain. Yen. I think it's a very lightweight gold chain that makes for a 12-speed. I'm not too sure about it. I don't know too much about it, but I installed it. We also stripped down the chain and put a wax in there. That's why it looks like that. Kind of has that kind of color to it. See there. We did the Silka wax on there as well. And then the rear cassette is going to be a 1130 cassette in the back. And then a Dura-Ace rear derailleur matching with the ceramic speed gold pulley wheel as well to kind of tie everything in together on here as well. For the rear wheel, it's the exact same as the front. It's the Princeton Carbon Works Peak 4550 Evolution with their new design on there as well. And again, their Tactic hub, which has one of the nicest sounding hubs in the market today. Very nice and lightweight. The best thing about the Tactic hub is that they are, I believe for the two hubs, the weight of the front and the rear by themselves are lighter than the rear hub of a DT Swiss 180, which is a crazy amount of weight to go ahead and be reduced by in terms of your competition. You also have bladed Sapum spokes and the exact same tire as the front as the rear. Vittoria Corsa Pro in the gold celebration color as well. You have a nice little Tarmac logo back here, again in matte color. And then for the rear rotor, it's going to be a 140 millimeter carbon tie rotor with their own carbon tie lock rings on there. Keep in mind, carbon tie is going to be a 6-bolt configuration rotor because it is carbon fiber. So you need to get a 6-bolt adapter to work with center lock wheels. So even with these center lock adapters going on to the wheel set, they're still lighter than center lock rotors from XTR, which is crazy. And then right here we have the Dura-Ace rear brake caliper. Coming up, we do have in the future, I believe, the THM crank, Dorimo handlebar, and then also maybe those carbon fiber rotors through axles that have been floating around the airnet that are on Panda Podium. So we'll see what happens there. For seat posts, if you want to go lightweight, why not go with the Dorimo post? I have a Dorimo post on my bicycle as well. This is in the matte Brillo color, or UD matte, I believe, which is like this kind of like just a flat matte on there, which looks really good. Let's see if I can get that zoom out there. It is a stock setback as well, a -15. And then for the saddle, we have an S-Works power saddle. You can go lighter weight options, but comfort is really something that you don't want to sacrifice on. I'm talking him into right now maybe a Bjorn or other saddles like that to see if he wants to go ahead and try something out that will lighten it up by like 90 grams. But again, if you find a seat that works for you, why not keep it? Carbon fiber rails, carbon fiber body, still a very lightweight saddle. And again, that weight that I showed you is with this kind of radar Garmin barrier light that goes on the back right here. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this build. I will keep you guys updated on this bicycle once it's all set. This is the Specialized Tarmac SL8 in a custom build-up. Weight was 6.79 kilos with pedals, cages, and mounts. And price point is probably around 15.5, 16. Anyways, guys, that's going to do this for this video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the free buy sound test of this Princeton Peak 4550. All right, here comes the free buy sound test right now. Tactical sounds really good. All right, guys, that's going to do this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.